Hi everyone, it's Fitz with your daily delivery. Hope you're doing well. I am absolutely wonderful. I made it to the weekend. I always like weekends. Weekends are good. It doesn't change my workload at all. I just like them. In fact, I'll be working on Saturday at Bramlage Coliseum covering K-State, UCF, Big 12 basketball starts. We'll have a bunch of coverage at GoPowercat. But today, and this weekend as a matter of fact, we're going to bash ESPN just because it's fun to do. Remember, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. That's how we grow. We get more and more of you. The algorithm reaches out. We're growing like crazy, about to cross 12K. Just incredible. Thank you so much. Pat McAfee was always the strangest hire by ESPN to me. Now, I'm not a big McAfee fan. It's not that what he says offends me. I'm not into his shtick. You know, the cut-off sleeves or the T-shirts with no sleeves. Come on, man. I don't know. It's just never worked for me. I don't mind his show from an information standpoint. He doesn't waste a lot of time with topics with which I have no interest, like the NBA. He's a football guy, and I appreciate that. He's colorful, and he's outlandish, and he says all kinds of things that stir people up. And he's also political at times. And it never made sense to me why ESPN would hire someone, bring someone into their team to put on their air with whom they have fundamental differences. Pat McAfee won't be controlled, and ESPN is as much of a controlling force over employees, their opinions, and what they say on the air as I've ever heard of. They absolutely throttle free thought at their network. They want you to be colorful and speak your mind, but only speak your mind about the things that they want said. That's not how Pat McAfee rolls. That's never been how he rolls. So did they hire him thinking they could change him? Because that's foolish. And did they hire him thinking he won't change and not realize that some people in their management would push back against this wild card? This guy who doesn't follow the rules. This guy who makes his own rules to follow. You can't have that at ESPN. That's not how they work. But that's exactly what is happening now. It hasn't been that long since McAfee signed a huge contract to take his nation of viewers, his Swifties of sports talk, radio, YouTube, whatever it is, over to ESPN. Those people are incredibly loyal. And now he is having a public battle with ESPN management. On Friday, he called out a specific member of the ESPN team for leaking false information about his show, the ratings and content and different things. Called him out by name. So the question is, will we see Pat McAfee back on the air on Monday? I think so. They've got too much invested here. And maybe this is their moment where, like Netflix eventually said, I know this opinion of like Dave Chappelle isn't, welcomed by some of you, but we're going to allow it to be aired. Maybe they'll get to that with Pat McAfee. They need to open up their doors to more opinions. I just don't really get the whole Pat McAfee thing. But it sure is fun to watch. One big dog that won't be leashed, but they let into their house, barking at the ESPN bosses. Great entertainment, ESPN, I gotta admit. If it's shtick, part of the Pat McAfee thing, you hit a home run. But I suspect it's not. I suspect Pat's days on ESPN are numbered. Why? Because he thinks for himself.